going on, people? Welcome back to another JSTV back again. And this evening is the match review show. Unfortunately, Paul won't make it tonight. He's got something going on in a minute, and I hope Paul's okay. And hope he'll be back tomorrow. I've got Ian and Dan with us. Hi to you guys. How are you doing? You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Champion stuff. And guys, like the video, like what you watch, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like to super chat, then you know exactly what to do. It's just 99p. Thank you very much indeed, Leslie. And also share to my socials as well to Channel Grow. Thank you again, Les. Hi to Ches. And hi to Gary V. I hope you're fine. And the match wasn't advert to it as well. And Gary and Damon as well. So yeah, finishes in Tottenham 4, Newcastle United 1. It was a poor day at the office. Yes, I know the players are knackered, dead on their feet, but at the end of the day, it was a poor performance. I'll start with you, Darren. The team lineup is exactly the same. It's great to see Callum Wilson and Sean Longstaff came on the pitch as well later on. I mean, no surprises really at the team lineup, man.
Yeah, like, to be fair, I don't think you could change the team. I know like people are saying should be giving other people chances, but Tottenham are a good team. Mm-hmm. I kind of agree with Ian done the show before, and Ian hitting it on the head. The mental side of it, it's they've done a lot of travelling and fatigued. And yes, people say they shouldn't be tired of professional footballers, but in this era, it's a totally different level now. They're travelling a lot more now and ever. And we haven't had a week off for the last month or so. So fatigue, mental side of it, they've done all that. Yes, it was a poor performance, etc. But when your players are kind of knackered, leggy, like, I'm not going to go, yeah, we've only lost 2 games, not the end of the world. We'll go again on Wednesday. Hopefully be a bit more fresher. Hopefully get a couple more players back. And people just like, way people react on social media, it's a meltdown. Just, you need to calm down a little bit to how far we've come the last 2 years.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, let's go on to status. Coincide the static. I must say, if we weren't in for Dubravka, it could have been a lot worse. He made like 7 saves, but we're going to talk about Dubravka later on. Ian, sorry, give us a little bit of your breakdown, my guy. Yesterday's game 4-1. Were Tottenham fantastic? Were we poor? And were it good for us?
I thought we made them look good. I thought we were out on our feet. Physically, we weren't where we need to be. I think we'd given it all. But as Daz just alluded to there, I think it was more of a mental thing. I think the players have just been played into the ground, you know, like I said before on another show that you know, in 4 games, the total subs minutes over the 4 previous games, I think, was 25 minutes in total. So that was every sub in 4 games that have been brought on. The total minutes was 25. You know, when you're considering usually we bring subs on at 65, 70 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we bring 3-4 subs on or whatever. You know, we obviously I'm not having a go. Other people have said, like, you know, he should have brought other players on. He hasn't had any choice about who to bring on, really. The only being truthful, Lewis Hall, he could have played him more. I think Lewis Hall is a really good footballer, and I think he just needs to get his chance. And I think, obviously, with Trips out now suspended. Even if Trips wasn't suspended, I said before, I would have left him out anyway because he just looks shot. You know, move Tino onto the right side, bring Lewis Hall on the left side. And I think Lewis Hall for me, people are saying he's had bad games. I don't think he's had bad games. I think he's just a young kid who's not had enough game time. You know, he's made a few mistakes, but, you know, don't forget, he scored that goal. He had a really good game in the second half, that game, you know.
What mistakes has he made, though? People see a few mistakes. I just can't see them stay. He's made me howlers. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, exactly. This is Daz. I'm dead on the page with you here.
I just understand. Yes, he's made a few mistakes. And like what mistakes have he made? He's a
few misplaced passes.
I know that's not a mistake. So everybody's still a few male passes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's because everybody's Do you know what it is? Because everybody at the start of the season was saying, why have they signed Hall? Why have they signed, especially...
He's 18-year-old. He needs to have a chance. He's cutting a new club.
Yeah.
He's come to Newcastle United. How would the play? He's been at Chelsea all his life. So he's been on about 10 managers.
Yeah. And they also, everybody was saying, why have they signed these two young fullbacks? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to say what I was going to say then, but Tino is going to be one of the best fullbacks that this club has ever had within a few years. I'm going to say the best, but one of. He is.
Lewis Hall's got the potential of being a good. You're out and
completely.
He's done a couple of bad games. Well, you tell me the big games you play bad.
Yeah,
bad passes out of place a couple of times.
I don't think he has. No. And jumping around. Well, while we're on young players, Lewis Miley. People were saying he didn't have a great game in the last game.
But who did?
You what?
Who did have a good game? No one did.
Well, no one did. But actually, I thought he was actually one of the brightest sparks, even though he wasn't amazing. He said, for me, he never stopped trying, and he was getting his foot in. And people are saying, "Oh, he's not getting stuck in." He is.
The thing is, though, Lewis Miley, I've got to comment to him as well. I went to that game yesterday. I mean, I love Lewis Miley. I think he's going to be a cracking player. But first half, he was a passenger in the first half. The second half, he looked a little bit lost. But in my opinion, I think he'll come good in time. Yeah, he's only 17 years old. He'll come good.
Yeah, John, he's had what 4 games in a row where he's looked absolutely amazing.
But yesterday, I thought he was overpowered by Sar and Bissouma. I think they control the CDM. They control the CDM.
The last 2 games, Millie's looked lost.
Yeah. I agree, right? But do you know why? Because they've all looked lost.
Yes.
Yeah. And we come to later on, guys. You know what I mean? But I see exactly what you mean, about Miley. We are going to talk about Lewis in a bit. Yeah, we do the player ratings as well before we close the show, which I think would be interesting. So let's go into the comments. Comment in. Agree with Darren. 10 years ago, fatigue may not have been a factor, but the intensity of the game is unimaginable. Cheers. I totally agree with you. Playing 3 games and playing games every 3 days, and it's just unsustainable. It really is. We have not yet figured out how to do with recovery. That is the thing, Ches.
The thing is, can I just say this, and sorry for interrupting, but the thing is, it's not that we haven't learned how to deal with this amount of games. It's we've got half of our squad, if not more, injured. That is it. The end of story. There's been we haven't had the opportunity to be able to. I'm not saying Ches is wrong; he's right, but we haven't had the opportunity to switch people around. What we've got to remember is the first. We had 2 or 3 really good results. We've had 2 bad results, right? But you look around all the teams in the Premier League. The alleged big teams. They're all dropping games. We are not very far off the mark, and we've literally had probably the worst injury crisis certainly the worst one I've ever seen for Newcastle.
I agree.
Chelsea spent £900-600 million this season or whatever this year, right? Look where they are in the league. We haven't spent anything like them. And their players are worse than us.
Aye.
Yeah. Very true, very true. Are we overblowing all of this? Are we possibly having a dip in form combined with a freakish injury list? Yeah, correct. Leslie, I hope you're right.
I always could have a dip of form, aren't we? We're going to have it all season long.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Last season, we all achieved massively, didn't we? However, we're not lying to ourselves. This year it's a bit more realistic. Like I said on the program, people will complain we weren't competitive. People won't come, we won't try every game. Every quarter, people will complain we'll get knocked out straight away. But we're not doing it now. We're not really how. under the new regime, we're competing best way we can, give it 100% every cup game, every league game. But unfortunately, this year we've had injuries. But what does people want? Have 2 games, have a meltdown.
Yeah.
It's going to happen more. Do you know? We could see it win tomorrow, beat Fulham, draw against get beat against, then beat Forest or get beat against Liverpool. To me, that's what I think. That's my predictions for the new year.
Yeah, and you know what it is, right? I mean, look, we got injuries, right? We know that, right? We can't win every game, yeah? But some of the Twitter meltdowns as well is just unbelievable. Yesterday, when I came back from London, it's just, I can't believe it. I posted out a tweet, right? And people were saying they want Eddie out, yeah? And yes, some want him out, yeah? But I don't want him out. Everyone knows that, right? And then a couple of them, right? John Thomas, blah, blah, blah. I just blocked him. I'd listen to less.
You know, the name John Thomas is a nickname for your Willie. Yeah. And that bloke is obviously a bit of a cock for saying that he wants Eddie Howe out. Anybody who thinks there's a better manager in the Premier League, excluding Pep, for me, is deluded. I think he's better than Klopp. I think he's better than Arteta. I think he is an excellent manager who's still learning and he's keeping learning and he's got a bit of class about him. And if anyone wants him out, then they're deluded. Who would you get in instead of him?
Yeah, you're not going to get Diego Simeone because he's just on a new deal. So,
and would you want Simeone? Because would you want to play 5 at the back with the most boring football you've ever seen in your life?
Look, I mean, you know my thoughts on Diego, but we're not going to talk about that because Eddie's our manager. But I see what you mean, guys. He is our manager. It's simple as that. Because Eddie's going to be here for a long time. I guarantee you. The only way he's going to leave Newcastle if England job comes up, and that in a minute, it'll be a long time to come. So look, end of the day, guys.
What England job? England job will come available in the summer.
Eddie will not take that job because
he'll not take the job, but the England job will come available in the summer, so we'll get beat in the Euros.
Good. Obi doesn't. Obi does. He's here. He's here for a long time.
Yeah, he'll not take the job because he wants the day-to-day. He wants the day-to-day management, and that's a job he'll take in 10, 15 years' time.
Yeah, I think he's always said that. He's always said that a bit like Kevin Keegan. Keegan always said in his previous interview, he missed the day-to-day training for where England it wasn't day-to-day training. And Keegan, that's what Keegan could not come a grip with.
Yeah, very, very true. Let's go on to these comments before we go on to the game. It's a fact. After what you said about a possible clause that guy mentioned, it's got me thinking, did Ashford buy Hull? I tell you what, I mean, we're going to comment on it later on. Let's just chat to Jez. And just chatting to Les. And mine, Jez, I'll be 96.
Wow. Jez, stop chatting me bird up. You know,
we need to ask Charlie B where it came from, I think. Well, Charlie B is a fantastic guy. I met him. And if anyone knows what Charlie Bennett is, he used to work for the Chronicle and he's always on Twitter as well. And I hope you get better soon, Les. And fly for this as well. And let's go on to Les. He's a Northeast journalist, yes, yeah. And he used to be at the Chronicle and he's a freelancer as well. And but John has his details, I believe. Yeah, I do. And last one for the time being, how would end up an elite manager as he gains experience in European football? I want him to become an elite manager of us. What he's achieved in 2 years here cannot be underestimated. I totally agree. Absolutely agree. Absolutely right. And he's coming to Bird. Sorry, Les. And big up to Luca. I tell you what, he is not a happy buddy because Arsenal got beat on Saturday. Let's go on to the game, right? Because it's all about the review show, and we've gone for the team lineup. The first Newcastle started really well, Ian. I mean, Bruno shot was just over the top. Then on the 9th minute, Gordon released the ball from the left in the middle, looking for Isak, but there's no one there. But Ben Davies got on the touch in as well, and then Miggy had a big chance as well. when Isak played the ball into Isak. I felt Isak should have shot instead of passing it to Miggy.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like we had 3 opportunities to open the scoring. If we'd have gone 1-0 up, that game's a different game. We're a different team when we go 1-0 up, and that's where we've been lacking. Isak is not fit for me. He's not fit. He's not fit. Like Callum came on. He's just come back from his injury. And this is what Callum does. He comes back from an injury and he looks like he's never been injured. He's probably that used to being injured that his recovery time from being injured, he's either injured or not injured. There's no recovery period. He did more in the whatever it was. What was it? 25 minutes, whatever it was. Than Isak's done in the last 3 games for me. And I'm not having a go at Isak. He just. I don't think he's fit. I don't think he is. I think he has come back too early because we've had no other choice. And do you know what it is? If I was the manager, if I was Eddie Howe, I'd have brought him back in. Can you run? Can you put the ball in the net? Yes, you're in. What else are we going to do? We've got 2 strikers and they're both injured. One can run. Get him in.
Facts.
No, I said they were both injured, but Isak was less injured, so he was running around. So he's obviously brought him back on 80%, not 100%. You know what I mean?
You need some experience. I know. I think Isak done already against Man United. He ran his socks off.
Yeah, he did.
So Everton, he ran about, but he didn't do anything. But I felt sorry for him. And yeah, we're blown out of our horses. You know, it's quite obvious. But we kind of just feel sorry for ourselves. We got beat 2 games, but didn't play great. Move on the next game because it's where we come from. You know what I mean? Would we complain if anyone tried or we not at all?
Yeah. What we were saying before, we've said in previous shows with John, as we've said multiple times, it's not. We don't expect to win every game. What we do expect is people to try. I've seen comments where people are saying Isak's not trying. It's not. He's not trying. He's not fit. He isn't fit. When he against United, he gave everything. Like Man United, sorry, he gave everything. Right.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
I think he emptied his tank then.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. People complain that we're not playing rubbish thing, but people complain we weren't competitive. People complain we weren't trying in the games. We weren't trying the league. We weren't trying the cup games. But now we're doing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got injury list galore. I just don't understand what people are winning. And I got getting beat. They wouldn't like to beat. I hate losing.
Yeah.
100%. But it's nature. Do you know what I mean? I watched it. I did watch the end of the Tottenham match. It was painful watching it. But I watched it, and you could see the players. You look at the faces after the game. They were angry, angry. They had a look in the face.
They're angry with themselves.
Yeah, angry with themselves. They know they can do better. So I think come Wednesday, I'm expecting some sort of big reaction. But the only thing what I'm told, they could do a big reaction on Wednesday, and then Saturday's going to be a hard game against Fulham.
Yeah, that's good. It's going to be a tough game now. It's going to be tough games coming up as well.
Yeah, last week was 5-0.
Yeah, we'll see. Too right, it will. A small, inevitable blip. Players will come back soon. Be right it again, Phil. Thank you, man. And he's been slow jogging around the front line a few games now. Like Ian said, he's not fully fit, and Isak is not fully fit at all. He had another, in my opinion, enormous game. Let's go on to this was talked about Miggy. I mean, I do want to talk about Miggy. That chance again. I've been on BBC Radio Newcastle. I just spoke to John Anderson, and he is quite right. He said if he scored that goal, then the game would have totally changed. Yeah. That's 2 easy chances you missed. One against Everton and this one when Isak put him through. If I was Isak, I would have put him through.
Does Tottenham have though?
Go on.
Tottenham has a few chances, and now we had a couple of chances, but Tottenham could have been 3-0 up the first 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Yes, we had a couple of chances, but they had more chances than us.
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple of chances, so it's going to go 3-0.
It could have been 7-0.
I thought we had the better of it early on, to be fair, but
when one Spurs were doggy got the first goal, it was only going to be one winner. But
I think even before that, I think first 10 minutes we looked good. We had a few good chances, and after that we tailed off. For me,
but they had a good few chances too as well. You know what I mean? The first 10 minutes it was back and forwards either way. They scored, we scored. It could have went that way, but
it could.
Like you said, had a good 10 minutes. And once we conceded, you could see the reaction of the players. We weren't going to come back from that. You know what I mean?
I think it all boils down to this mentality, which I can see Eddie Howe's trying to not let them fall into, which is this mentally tired thing. People keep peppering his head saying, with all your injuries, are your players tired? And he's never once came out and said, yeah, they're tired.
Even the interview of the game, the commentator, the guy who was interviewing, even him trying to say, are you tired? And Eddie Howe, for once, he didn't say, did he?
No, he's not saying unless I've missed something, and I watch every press conference every second. I've never heard him once say that they're tired, and he said, "No, He said we've got injuries, but the players are ready to play." And it's he's trying to not let them get that mentality in their head, but that mentality, unfortunately, is in their head because let's be honest, they are flipping tired. You know what I mean, like. And they're playing high-level games at high intensity. And unfortunately, like when you see the likes of Trips, who's one of the best fullbacks in the world, a great technician, technically brilliant right back, and, he couldn't kick his own arse, there's a problem there. Like, he couldn't pass wind. You know what I mean? Everything was going wrong. And even my missus, who's just walked in the door, who loves Trippier. She calls him my man, not me, Trips. You know what I mean? And even she's saying, he's knackered. He needs a bit of time out. She has offered to be his physio, but
didn't come to fruition, did it? Listen, let's go. We're going to talk about the second goal in a bit, yeah? Go for the comments. We all hate losing, mate. That's and down, but I love the club more that I hate losing, and a small portion of our fans seems to want to be right. Then supports our lads and Eddie when they really needs it. Cheers. Wow. Thank you very much for those comments there. Did anyone else think Eddie seems a bit pricklier than normal in the press conference yesterday? Phil, I didn't watch it, mate. I did not watch that press conference at all whatsoever. If that's true, then that's unlike Eddie.
What did you say? What did we say, John?
Well, Phil said that Eddie seemed a bit pricklier than normal in his press conference yesterday. And what it is, I think it was asked a question. According to Gary Spurs, I'd love Murphy to come on.
Well, no, he's got it after the game. He's got to do a press conference because he's
that's wrong. Yeah, I think he's right. He was more prickly because usually he's so calm, and he was still calm. But he was
because he got beat 4-1. He wanted to get out of there, get back.
And he hates losing.
He hates losing. We all hate losing. Like I say, it's.
But you know what it is? I would love. He's prickly.
It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Got beat.
He's prickly, and that's great. Be prickly, but he's not a prick. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's like he's being honest.
He's not made any excuses for the lads. He said we got beat.
Exactly. We move. Eddie never wants to admit they're tired. He explained that he doesn't want to enter the dressing room temperament. And clap cheers, Les. And let's go on. Spot on chairs. Very easy to support a team when their team's 8-0.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And last one for now, Les. Don't agree with me too much. I'll wake up with a horse he's in my bed and a note from Ian. I love it. Let's go to the second goal. I mean, Spurs went 2 goals up, and through Richarlison, I tell you what, Heung-Min Song, that guy is fantastic. He is a fantastic player. I rate this guy. Man of the match performance yesterday. Took on Trippier with absolute ease. Pulled the ball back with Richarlison, and he started in for 2-0 down. It was another poor goal, and I know people on social media saying that Tuchel should be dropped because he looks tired. Yes, he's tired. We get that. But at the end of the day, he's going to get a rest anyway. He's picked up his 5th book of the season anyway. I mean,
yeah,
another poor goal.
If Son was a world-class player, I don't think he'd be at Tottenham.
He is a world class. He's 30.
I don't think he is, John. If he was a world-class player, he would be a better club in Tottenham.
So you don't think he's world class?
No, I don't think he is. Last season, he split his dummy out. Under the Monday, he split his dummy out. I don't like seeing players splitting the dummy out and feel sorry for themselves. I just don't think he's class. He's fast. He's on his day. When everything's going for him, he's good. He's played well. When things are not going his way, he cries. I just don't think he's a good player. But I don't think he's a world class player. World class players when you've won something.
Fair enough. Do you think he's world class, Ian? Heung-Min Son?
On his day, he is, yeah, and he looked really good yesterday. But I think he's he
agree with us, don't he, Ian?
I agree with him. Well, I think on his when he wants to play, he is great. Like, and but he's one of them. I know we don't talk about cricket on here, but it's like he's a flat track bully. When everything's in his own way, like yesterday when he's playing against a team that were, we were on our bare bones, we were knackered, everything was easy. Yeah, he's good. Don't forget, we have literally, we've turned them over when they had Kane as well. And we literally bent them over in the first 22 minutes last season. All right, in our place, but we tore them a new backside, and, Son on his day, yeah, he's a good player. Do you know what it is? If he play, and I tell you what as well, the one thing that came out of that game for me, and I don't even mind, and I don't even know why I'm saying this, but the one good thing that came out of that game is Tottenham have now got a manager with a bit of quality.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
And he might be an Aussie, which, as a person who's played cricket against a lot of Australians and absolutely hate them, I don't really particularly like them. But they are good sportsmen and they are great competitors.
And this is fair, Ian. What I will say, this is his first season in the Premiership. To me, it's next year how he does.
Oh yeah. And I'm not talking about whether he wins, loses, or anything.
I know he's having a good season. I know he's having a good season so far. Wherever they finish. To me, I always judge a manager on the second season.
Correct. But Daz, when he lost, when they got done, I can't remember who it was. Someone done him 3 or 4-0 or something.
Chelsea.
Yeah, and he came out and he said afterwards, and he was so calm, and he said, "Yeah, we didn't play that great. We tried our best." And he had so much quality. Do you know what I like? Now, he's got some class. There's a few of them creeping in now. All these, I'm trying to do this without letting John down. All these prima donna managers. I'm doing good. All these prima donna managers who think they're bigger than the teams and bigger than the players, and that they're going to take the spotlight off the players by acting like, little bloody schoolgirls or schoolboys or whatever.
He has got a hard job because you got a player like Eric Dyer there. Who's space.
And he kept his standards, and he said, "This is how we're going to play. Win, lose or draw. This is what I want to do." And and I've never heard him say a bad word against another manager, talk about time wasting, talk about all this rubbish that we get labelled with off other managers. He's got a bit of quality about him. And I like Ange Postecoglou or whatever he's called.
Big Ange.
I like him, and I think he's got a bit of class. And so, yes, we got done off them. Let's be honest. If we had all our players fit, or even half of the players that are injured fit, it would have been a different game.
Yeah.
100%.
I know you think Song's a world-class player, John, but a world-class player is a big statement. And I just, what he won? He's won nothing yet. And what has he won? Any players yet in the Premiership? No,
I'm not sure. Don't
never,
think he has.
never been linked with it at all.
No.
So
how many marks out of 10? How many marks out of 10 would you give him though? How many marks out of 10 as a player would you give Heung-Min Son? Marks out of 10?
For your
not just this game, but as a player. No, as a player. Yeah, as a player.
6 or 7.
What are you going for? 6 or 7?
That's a big time.
I'll go.
All right, Daz, I'm going to ask you a different question.
I've got a 6.
Would you sign him? Would you sign him for the Toon for 50 million?
I tell you what, though, I haven't because he adds a bit of quality into this team. I would, and if you can play not just up front. You can play on the left. You can play on the right. You can play out front. You know what? I have him. I have the guy. If he's available, say again.
Just asking Daz. I'm just trying to make Daz look like a bit of an idiot for saying he was a 6 out of 10.
I'm not actually.
It's just a feeling.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think he's a world-class player at all. That's a big deal. World-class players has won something by now.
I think your bath was a bit too hot. He's better than a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, let's go swiftly on. I mean, Spurs could have gone 3 up. Richarlison, if he stood on, he won't go for the diamond header.
He's a 2 out of 10, Richarlison.
Yeah, he hasn't done it yet, Andy, for Tottenham. And I think it's another chance. I think it's better than John's had a chance as well. And that one just past the post as well. And Newcastle was over the place in the first half. They really were. And if you look at the second half, I mean, we did start it okay, but it came to nothing. But they scored in the 60th minute, a lovely ball over the top. And then Johnson was through and put the ball through Bracker's legs and make it 3-0. It was game set and done before that anyway. But where was the marking, Ian, for that third goal? Who was marking Richarlison?
Well, the third goal was a complete joke, wasn't it?
It was not a penalty.
No. It was the third one. Third one.
Yeah, no, it was like to be honest, we can go through and pick out all the bits that we did wrong through the whole lead up to that goal and the other goals. You know, do you know what it is?
Do you know the extent they scored? Forget they scored a goal like just.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I've learned, or I think, and I'm not in charge of who goes in goal, but I would take Dubs out. I don't know. He does. He's completely shot for confidence for me. Like
who?
Dubravka.
But I think I said before though, what match practice is he getting? Is he just training, or is he getting match practice reserve? That's my Karius. As I've seen Karius, but what match practice? He's just training, or is he getting a match reserve? That's my big question.
He did better in the.
I know, but that's last year. You may forget about it.
Well, he'd not played for 2 years then.
And as I'm saying though, so it's Karius.
Dubs has been awful. 2 of them goals were his fault for me.
Oh yeah,
no protection. He had no protection whatsoever for the first 2 goals. No protection. Where's the defense's first 2 goals when the ball was pulled back? Where were they?
Yeah, I don't know whether we're on about Dubs here, but like he for me,
shocking.
He looks shot of confidence. So
he does.
But the whole thing, like the back four were disjointed. You know, we've seen
won a game, but didn't turn up. But got beat. Just I mean, somebody not forget. I would do need to forget about it and move on. There's no point. Just overthinking the reason why we got beat. As simple as that.
Yeah, you're right there. Like it's right. That's done.
Yes, that's not the thing. Yeah, we'll continue the stupid goal. We didn't play great, right? Accept it and move on. Like you said, I forget about it now. Next game, is Wednesday. Is at 8 o'clock kickoff on Wednesday. John, is it? Is it 8 o'clock kickoff?
Yeah, Wednesday.
So 8 o'clock kickoff on Wednesday.
I'll be there. I'll be at the match as well.
I'll be there.
So be a cracking good. Let's go to some comments as well. I think Jack, big up to Jackie, by the way. Hi, Jack from St. Helens. I just think we need to bite the bullet this month. Take it as it comes, good or bad. But just think of the squad in Jan with most of the squad back and a couple of new signings. 24 is going to be, Jackie, yeah, I see where you come from. And I still want to get in the last 6 in the Champions League. We made a chance to look great. Absolutely. Made it look like Pele as well. And Jack, I agree. Jan's going to be a scary fixture, but at least we have our squad back. Yeah. You take care, Leslie. Have a good evening, mate. Thanks so much for coming in. Barnes in full training, I believe he is, but when's going to come back, I have no idea. And guys going to go shortly as well. That's fine. And everyone's missing Les. And let's go for some Dubs and Lascelles. Well, we think yesterday. I thought they were both poor yesterday. I'm not going to lie. And 5-10 minutes late as well. And let's go for the 4th goal. I mean, Dubravka, what was he doing? I mean, he took out Son, brought him down, and then there's a penalty kick, no question about it. And then he was never going to miss that down.
No, it's just an idea of all seen to keep us bringing Piaget. Dubravka just made the wrong choice in. I don't know what he was thinking of, but yeah, again, it's no point overthinking it. Son was never going to miss a penalty, but we got beat. You need to accept it and move on. Good teams get when they in the past when Man U got beat, they was angry, rung up to come back and respond.
Yeah,
give respond on Wednesday. But like you say, if they get through, we'll get through the Champions League. I'll be happy, but. Our most important thing is the league, because we're not going to win the Champions League, but just to show how far we'll go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love to get through because everybody see how I won't get through because we're in the group of death. So I hope we get through. We do. I'll be buzzing. But it's for me the next big. Yes, it's important on Wednesday, but the most sad is most important because that's our butter. That's our butter and bread, isn't it? I mean, Premier League. We saw get 3 points back.
I can't agree, but you know what? I want to win this game on Wednesday for many a reason as well. I think to the goalkeeper until Pope is back. I'm gonna have to agree. We need a goalkeeper in January. We have to because Dubravka is struggling big time. Also, we're going to listen to Pope. Ian, what's your take on it, the goalkeeper situation? Are we going to need a new goalie?
Well, looking at the last 2 games, Dubravka for me doesn't look up to it. I think out of the 7 goals that were shipped, 3 of them I would have said they wouldn't have scored with Pope in the goal for me. But then saying that, that's Pope against Dubravka, and that's why Pope's number 1. I would personally now take him out of the firing line and put put Karius in, because I think Karius is solid. Honestly, I do. I like he's not Pope, but to me, it's going to sound strange saying it because of like he's known for his mistakes because of that one game. But I think he was concussed in that game. And I think it's widely reported that he had concussion the next day. So he had concussion from when he got hit. And he was away with the fairies, wasn't he? So I would give him a go. I thought he did really well. When he's played for us, I thought he's looked really solid and like composed. And
so you played 1 game though.
Yeah, but even in the friendlies, he's like, I know friendlies are friendlies, right? And I'm not going to say anything apart from that. But I felt more comfortable with him in the goal than Dubs. I'm not talking about Dubs 2.5 years ago. I'm talking about Dubs recently. A lot changes in a couple of years, you know, like, and I might be completely wrong, but it's just a feeling, you know, you get that feeling in your gut. And I think that if I've got that feeling in my gut, then the defence will have that feeling in the goal. And that feeling might be the same, by the way, with Karius in there. And it possibly might be, but he's just shipped 7 goals in 2 games, and he shouldn't have.
But if you say 7 goals, you got to look at the defence.
Correct. Yeah, completely.
You can't just say,
to be honest,
you can't just put all 7 goals on a keeper. You've got to look at the team.
Well, people are going to shoot us down here, but I think Alex Murphy is a better defender than. I think Alex Murphy is a better defender than our captain.
I watched him play in the Salah Cup, and this guy's got talent.
I've seen him playing 2 friendlies.
Yeah, and he's got talent. This guy knows how to play ball, plays ball out from the back.
The Gallagher I can't remember who was playing in that friendly, but it was one. It was I think it was a Spanish team.
Yeah, Villarreal.
And he was. I know it's a friendly, and I might be completely wrong. This is my interpretation. I stood behind him, and me and Tommy were like looking at each other and going, "This kid is quality." Like, he's so composed. Even when he played at left back, he's got pace. Let's be honest, Lascelles has done really, really, really well for us, and he has. But there's something not right at the back there.
I don't think it is.
And if they're all arguing and they're all beefing at each other in the middle of a match, that's not the way we've gone on for the last couple of years, is it?
No, don't need it. Don't need it. Would you bring Murphy in the Milan game?
I wouldn't bring him in the Milan game, no.
No, I don't think so. I'd probably
bring him in at the weekend.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go to some comments as well. Disappointed with Dubaka this week, has to be honest. Was quite prepared to give him a chance with Pub out, but he hasn't done himself any favours. Seems to make defence much shaker. Oh, he does. He does. City had a blip. Chelsea have Spurs came out and has beaten us, and Man U are in the proverbial no one wins 100% of the time. Form fluctuates, or I'm not panicking. That's him, Gary. Fair do. So Thursday, he is crap. He was crap to finish both them. And just on Gary. And what I love is no negativity from Eddie. He never criticised the players or the managers. Worst case scenario, out to Champions League and maybe Carabao, we go again. FA Cup and top 6 in the Premier League. Look where we were before. Jackie, I would have competed in everything. I would have get through the last 16 in the Champions League. I would have go to the final of the Carabao Cup. And the FA Cup, we would have slashed these lot as well. We will come up next month.
John, being realistic, we're not going to win every single game. We're going to lose games.
Yeah, I want to compete. Now, what I'm saying is, what goes fast you can. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying, as long as I don't get humiliated in the Champions League, but yeah. We're not going to win the game. We're not going to do we're not a Man City. We're not going to do the quadruple.
Nah, not with this squad, not with this team yet. You take care, Gary.
I think we've done. Even the haters, at Sky and TNT or whatever they're called now, and that they're all recognising, and even the Nationals are recognising we have got a massive injury crisis, and the reason that we are losing games is not because we're not a good football team. We haven't got good players. It's because we are depleted. And that's the truth. The problem that we've got is we are depleted, right? And we haven't got anyone to bring on, really, or we haven't had until last game. And and the players are knackered, mentally, physically, whatever. And at least some of these people is now starting to give us a bit of respect and say, yeah, they are a good football team, and we are. Look at where we are. We're not a million miles away,
We're not.
Get our players back, make a couple of signings in January. We're right back in the mix.
100%.
I think this year it'll be finished lucky top 8.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Honestly,
I don't think the Champions League. It's just short to me. It tells me last year how much we overachieved this season.
Oh, completely.
And yes, well, they have merit, but people say, real stars, we're going to win the league. The clueless. We're not going to win the league. Last year was an overachieved massive because we're playing one game a week, like Tottenham are doing now. So that's one of the reasons why we finished in the top 4. Only play 1 game a week. The players are nice and fresh and nice and good morale. This year, we're playing with the big boys twice a week.
I'll ask you a question, Daz.
Mm-hmm.
If all our players were fit and we were all firing, and all Tottenham's players were fit and they were firing, who's a better football team?
Newcastle.
Correct.
Exactly.
And I could say that, I'm not being, in my opinion, I might be looking at it with blinkers on. I think we beat every team in our league more times than they beat us, apart from City.
Agree. Yeah, totally.
But we haven't got a big enough squad. So let's leave it. Let's not worry about it now. This is my way of looking at it. I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, if we finish 6th or 7th, right, all right, we'd love to finish top 4. If we finish 6th or 7th this season, we sign another couple of players in January, another 3 or 4 players in the summer.
It took Liverpool 5 windows, 5 transfer windows to build their team.
Yeah,
we've only had 2, possibly 3. Yeah. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Correct.
It's a learning curve for us, and we need to buy correctly.
Yeah, it's a project. It's a project.
Yeah,
it's a project. Do you know what I mean?
Realistically, I think we've got 7 players at Newcastle who shouldn't be even in a squad. But that, again, that's going to take time and patience to get rid of them. So Eddie have to bring his players in.
Completely agree.
Completely agree. I agree. Let's go some comments there. We'll go for the player ratings as well. Lads, do you think we have not the squad to play in Champions League and Premier League? We're not with the Champions League. Not going to win the Prem.
We've got the squad to play in those competitions, but we haven't got the squad to win those.
To win the thing. Exactly. Last season, we went out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round. No Europe. Constant midweek games have caught up with us, coupled with ridiculous luck of injuries. Aston Phil. Well said, Phil. Thank you. I'm fine with the top of the year to still win Europe by Jan and have a good cup run, hopefully win. Too many injuries. We've overachieved last year with no injuries. Impossible this season, especially extra games. That's from Foxy. Foxy, what's happened to your mate yesterday? Also on someone else's live, and some Toon fans were saying Eddie out. So what's the F? Why are they saying that? And Aston Trevor, as I think they're not true fans, and I'm a Leeds fan. You know what it is, Trevor? It's a younger generation of fans are doing this, right? I mean, people want to go at us on social media, cool. But let me tell you something, right? You're blocked if you do. I'm not going to have the energy to argue with guys. I've learned a lot. So there you go. So, Trev, it's the younger generation of fans.
I honestly don't even think the younger generation team fans. I honestly don't.
think they're a bit both. I do think they're a bit of both. People who's a bit unrealistic fans. A bit disrespect. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of people reaction. Ian's been the same as me the day, to be fair. We've got beat. I haven't been 2 down yet. We got beat by the better team.
On the day,
like at 3 point, it's Ian's in the same boat. So are you a little bit, John? It's a learning curve for us, but some of the football fans' reaction, or for a lot of, even on like YouTube, you listen to them. I don't want to mention any names, but you watch it, you cringe how they talk, what they say. You're like, really? You've forgot where we're coming from.
Yeah,
it's just so disrespectful knowledge of football.
Yeah,
just move on.
I mean, top Geordie, top super fans, thinking they know what's best. Yeah. And someone just don't know straight FA. But never mind, I'm not going to mention it too much. Last season, most of us said we'd take top 8. This season, playing Champions League, we can't really expect much better than that, and still want decent cut run. Yep, totally agree with that. Well, thank you, Jez. Right, we're going to go straight to the player ratings as well. We're going to rattle through them, and we're going to go through the players from 1 to 10. And if you don't agree with our player ratings, go and cry some more. We'll be back again on Thursday after the Champions League on Thursday. Ian, I'll start with you, right? I mean, he's given no protection, like I said earlier on, and The goals being given away has been absolutely shocking. He's in no man's land for the third goal, gave Spurs a penalty. He had a poor game, Dubravka.
Yeah. Do you want to score?
Yeah, and tell us why.
A generous score of 3. For the third goal, he looked like me mum going when she was pissed up, going hanging a washing out. He was like, and then ran back. You know what I mean? Awful. Yeah, 3. Couldn't say any better.
Yeah, I mean, me, it would have been a 2, but it's not my player ratings. Let's go to you, Darren. This guy, I mean, Trippier, we love him, but last 2 games has been poor. He had another poor game yesterday. I can't lie. He's picked up his 5th book of the season. He's going to be out against Fulham, and that's a blessing to disguise. But Heung-Min Son, your mate, had him time and time again. Kieran Trippier.
I'm going to give Trippier possibly a 5. Son was he knew Trippier wasn't playing very good, but I don't know what you're loving in Son is, John. We were playing bad. Son, Trippier on his day would have him all day long.
Yeah, I agree with that. But it wasn't his day.
It wasn't his day, but I just don't see it fascinated with Son. Yes, he's a good player on his day, but if Trippier's on his day, he would have had him. Yeah. Son's not a world-class player, and I'll stand by that.
Fair enough. Let's go on to the other side. Ian, your mate. I mean, look, we praised this guy, but yesterday, he get caught time after time by Brennan Johnson. He gets behind him every single time. But to be fair, Johnson was fantastic yesterday. I can't lie. But was it a rare day off from this guy, or is just Brennan Johnson's better player?
I don't.
Livermental.
Yeah. I certainly don't think that. I think he was too busy looking over his shoulders. He didn't have the support he'd usually have. I just think it was an off day for the company. Yeah. I just think we got beat at 100, we got fair and squares. I think so. I would.
You cannot do a 10 out of 10 every game. Impossible. Unfortunately, being caught with injuries.
Yeah, we get that, but you had to score the players on individual performances yesterday.
But
I would say 5.
He's going to get a 5 or a 6. So Neone's going to get 6 or 7. The best part of the player is going to get a 5.
Yeah, I know, but you still got to go for it there.
I
understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, mate. I understand what you're saying.
I respect what you're doing, but I just think we all know. I can say now. I'll give Paul. I'll give Dubravka a 4. I'll give Lascelles a 4. Shaw.
We do it in turns, yeah. I mean, you do your bit.
Sorry.
No. You do your bit. You go first quickly, like I know. I feel I've got an idea anyway. So you give him 5 for Livermental. I'll go with you, Darren. I'll give you Fabian Schär. I mean, look, end of the day, Son again got a blind sign for the 4th goal. That was down to him. And also being dragged out of position so many times. I was there yesterday and I've never seen him manage that this season. But at the end of the day, Fabian Schär.
Again, Son, because he switched off, mate. It's one concentrating and Son took advantage of that. Again, we're off the it proved it last year. We hammered Son. You done nothing last year against Newcastle, so we were on an off day. He was on a good day. Yeah. So I'll give Shaw a 5.
Ian, I'll give it our captain, our leader, our shithousery. Yesterday. Look, another poor. He had a poor game for me. And for me, he's caught up for the first goal, and you know what? And he's encountered an injury as well. And I think he's been booked in the second half as well. I thought that would have been his 5th booking. It's not his 5th booking, but it's the worst performance since he came back into the team. Ian,
I can't think of anything that he did that was good. And that's really horrible to say because he has played great, but he reverted back to the Bruce Ball sort of performances, for me, I would say 3.
Yeah, and he's lucky to be getting that as well. Let's go on to the midfield. I'm going to give you Bruno G. I mean, he couldn't stop at his vanity. He was looking for that shot, which just went over the bar. But other than that, he ran out of legs as well. I mean, look, he looked a bit tired as well. I can't lie. He's given everything, but on the day, Darren, he was tired in the end.
Geordies, the old one, mate, and not just Bruno, everybody was. Again, like a 5.
5? Fair enough. Let's go on to Ian. I'm going to give you Lewis Miley. I mean, he had a good couple of games up until now. For me, I thought he looked a little bit lost. I'm not going to have a go at him, but I thought that I think he's outclassed by Bissouma and also by Sarr. I thought they dominated the midfield yesterday physically, but end of the day, I mean, look, he's 17 years old. He's just going to get better, and the best days are ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm giving him a 6 anyway, because I don't know, like, I know everybody else seems to have thought he had a shit game, but I thought he was trying to link up the play. It's just nobody was moving, you know, and he was getting his foot in, and he in the first half, definitely, like, he was trying to pass the ball around. He made a few runs through where I thought he could have been found and people didn't pass the ball to him, so he was having a double back. And then I've seen it 3 times when Bruno had the ball and the ball just went inside to somebody who wasn't actually moving it, so it was just going inside or back. And I honestly, I thought he was our best midfielder. But I don't know whether I'm watching a different game or whether I'm deluded. I thought he did okay. He didn't do anything. Don't get me wrong, he didn't do anything, but for me, he tried.
I'll give Lewis Miley a 4, mate. Like,
I know, but you just hate him because he's young and.
No, don't hate him, Ian. I don't hate him, mate.
Nah.
I just
give us a rating for the kid.
Well, I'm giving him a 6, and do you know I'm giving him a 6?
Yeah.
I love him.
For the rare time, I never got as much, but it did go missing yesterday, Lewis Miley. I did think he looked lost. So John, I agree with you for the first time in a long time. I agree with you.
Fair enough. Thank you very much. John's having a go, man. I'm not having a go at Manny. I'm just saying that the midterm they got dominated by Yves Bissouma and Papa Sarr as well. But we move on. Let's go on to, for me, I think he had a good game. He's one of the better players. I mean, he took his goal well. He refused to give up. He just kept going and going and going. Battled away. Joe Linton.
Who, me?
Yeah, Darren.
Again, I'll give him a 5.
Fair enough. Let's go on to the front 3. We start with Miggy. I mean, Foxy, cover your ears. You don't want to listen to what you're going to have to say. I thought he should have had a chance. Yes, he should have had a chance in the first half. I mean, he's part of the blame as well. When he didn't even track back for the opener of the goal. When he did, he got out-muscled by Dougie. And also as well, I mean, other than that, he's just one-dimensional. Ian.
It was really disappointing for me, actually. The one thing that Miggy always has, even if he's shite, he always tries. And he's always there. And he's like a little rash. He's like that wasp. You know, that annoying little wasp that's always trying to sting you and get into you. For me, as Daz has said, and as we've all said, they all had an off game. But for me, Miggy, I thought he let himself down a little bit. And I would give him a 4 because I thought he did nothing. Really?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And that now happens me agree with you.
There we go. It's Foxy again. Should have scored. Wasn't to say 10 out of 10. For me, you give him a 4. That's very generous, man. That's generous, man. But it's your player ratings, man. It's not mine. What you think you're generous? My guy, AG. I mean, it's quiet from him. I thought he had no joy whatsoever. Yeah, because I thought Paul had a good game against him, to be fair. But when Gordon did get the bar, I mean, he did try. But for me, I didn't think he helped out Livermental enough for me. And Powell was fantastic. But how many marks out of 10 for Andy Gordon?
For the first time, I'll give him a 3. I just don't mean he was non-existent yesterday, Andy Gordon, wasn't he, to be fair?
Yeah.
A 3 for me.
Fair enough. Sounds about right. Let's go on to Isak, Ian. I mean, look, he felt he had a big chance for his 10 minutes, but Davis took the ball away from him. But other than that, I mean, I think he should have scored and set the pass on the Miggy. But other than that, he looked really tired for me. He offered very little, very, very, very tired. He needs to rest on Wednesday.
He looked like he had nothing in the tank, and he did a square root of F all really for me. So I think he'd be lucky to get a 4.
Yeah, fair dues. Gordon was worse than Miggy, but not many will admit it. I mean, all of them started a poor game as well.
I'll admit it because I didn't get a goal. I thought Gordon was his worst game for Newcastle.
Yeah, so did that.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, going back for the ratings.
By the way, he was pretty shit again as well against Everton.
Yeah, he passed the ball more times than for Everton than he does for us. He would have still thought he played for Everton. Right, before we wrap up the show, we're going to give Eddie a rating. I do a countdown of 3. If you like what you watch, like and subscribe. And he just gives a number how much it's worth. It's a 3, a 2, a 1. 5. Go on, and then what do you give him 5?
Yeah.
Give us 5.
You can't really. He couldn't do much more with what he had, but he could have done maybe a bit more. I don't know.
It's a hard one, you know. What's he meant to do?
Exactly.
He's doing his best. The squad he's got. So, I'm a big fan of Eddie. So you even.
Me too. Yeah.
So I'm not going to judge. I don't believe in judging any on the 5 thing. He's doing what he can, doing his best. He knows he's got to beat. What's he meant to do? He's played the 5 same squad for the last 4 games.
Yeah.
People just need to get a grip and wake up.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's the play where it's done. Amy P deserves a 10 out of 10 just for showing up, by the way. She is so active on social media. Absolutely fantastic last as well. If you scored that chance of Gordon, Isak, Neil Siege, we'd probably get a result. Would have been a total different game. Gordon should went for goal. Yeah, and that is the thing. That's the thing. Go for it, and just otherwise.
Small margins, in it, Foxy. Small margins.
Exactly. Right, going to wrap up the show there, guys. It's been disappointed tonight. Well, not tonight. Yesterday, Newcastle got beat.
It's been a great show, though. You've had a million emails.
Oh, sorry. Disappointed for Tottenham Newcastle game yesterday. Sorry, I'm sorry. Disappointed. Sorry. Oh, bless. Sorry, man. I'll go again. I'll start again. But wrap up the show. I mean, Newcastle lost yesterday. Disappointing result from
That's better.
And it is what it is. And we go again on Wednesday against Milan on Wednesday. That's going to be a tough game now. I mean, I just hope Eddie makes a couple of changes. And before we go and wrap up the show, Ian, we can only find you on Facebook. What you got coming up? Have you got any plans this week? Or?
No, I think I'm going to sit around, maybe do a little bit of work if I can be bothered. Maybe cook some food for my wife. She's starving. Before I'm having a pee first, though. I'm absolutely busted. And
thanks for sharing that information, my guy.
And then no, I'm just going to be loitering around, hiding in the background and watching some YouTube, and I'm probably watching a bit of football as well. So that'll be it for me.
Fantastic, Darren. What about you, my guy? What you got plans this week?
I've got the match on Wednesday.
Yep.
I'll be there Wednesday. Hopefully, we get a nice win. I fancy 2-0 on Wednesday. So, yeah, after the day, I forgot about the weekend. We'll move on to AC Milan. Hope we get a win. Hope we get some sort of response to the players, which I think we will do. It'll be some noise here on Wednesday. The atmosphere is going to be war flags. We'll do something special again. So,
yeah, man.
Hurry up, Daz. I'm going to pee myself.
God, listen, I get away. Thanks, Sam. I love you lots as well. And guys, like you watching, subscribe, and as always, I really like fans. Have a good evening, guys, and I'll see you soon.